good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Welcome along, it is Bag That Badge for another Thursday evening. Here in the UK, we've got 6.2 kilometres to do, so a nice short one today. We will be running round the track and then off out onto the Ocean Boulevard and under the sea. Welcome along if you're watching on YouTube, and welcome if you are in the run. We've got Tortoise, we've got Tina, James, Hodge and Amy. Hello guys on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, do say hello. And loads of names I don't recognise in the run, so that's good. So I'm just going to say hello to everybody in the run. Welcome along to another Bag That Badge. By special request, we are doing Splash and Dash this week. Graciek, hello there, from Poland. He's joined us on the run. Hi, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Tiago's on as well. Hello, Tiago. This was Tiago's special request. Paul Deering is in the run. Amy Green's in the run there. Barney from Italy. Mario from Spain, we know. Jay Samples from the USA is there. McCann from the USA is also there. Hi, guys. Daz has joined us again in his brand new Noble Pro Elite 10i, which hopefully we will be getting on Monday, and then we'll be giving away our E8i to a lucky recipient, whoever that might be, has yet to be decided. Tina, as usual these days, because she's just running outside far too much, is on the sofa again this evening. Good evening, Anthony. Anthony Anderson's on as well. We've already got less than 6k to go. We're on the road out to the underwater tunnels here in Watopia, live on Zwift, live on the Zwift Run channel. We won't be here for very long. It's a very short run this evening, not like last night where we worked our asses off for an hour. It was enjoyable though. Paul Hayward wants to know if Tina's sofa is a reclining sofa. It better not be. That's just far too relaxed. I hope you are all well and happy. Hands up if you do not have this Route Achievement Badge. Question mark. Amy Green probably doesn't have this badge. Oh, is that John Farrell? Has John Farrell joined us? Hello, John. Good to have you with us. Yeah, Amy Green is new, obviously, so she doesn't have many of the badges. So she's going for this one today. Right, Tina's sofa is not a recliner, but it's safe to say she does have her feet up. Daz says I don't have many at all. Amy Green confirms she doesn't have this one. Thick fog and cold wind on Anthony's run IRL this morning. Well, you know what I'm going to say. At least it didn't rain. Greg doesn't have this one either. So, that's good news. Okay, let's get you all to the end and get that badge. It's a relatively short run, so it should be fairly comfortable. Unless you want to go hell for leather and get yourself a 5k PB. Hell for leather. Emmy says, yeah, no, not tonight. Quite happy with a nice relaxed run. Tina has been strength training today. Good job, Tina. To be honest, Tina, you are putting us all to shame today. I mean, not just today, recently. Feel free to run at whatever pace is comfortable for you. And remember, this session runs 3 times every Thursday. Lee Betts is just watching. She says, have a good run, everyone. Thank you, Lee. Top-down view shows I'm doing 10 kph with no incline on the treadmill. Very much looking forward to getting our hands on the Noble Pro 10i. Now, Monday, we don't normally live stream, and so we won't be again, but if the setup of the 10i takes a long time, we might have to not do the Noble Pro Film My Run 500 on Tuesday. We'll just have to see what time the guys deliver the treadmill and how quickly we can get it set up. If they don't deliver the treadmill until late evening on Monday, which is what they did with the 8i, we didn't get it until the evening, then it may be that I'm setting it up on Tuesday morning. So we'll just have to see how that goes, but bear in mind there may or may not be a Film My Run 500 live stream on Tuesday. Daz has already got his 10i. He's had a few little niggles with it, but he's generally settling in okay. Okay, right, Tina, about tomorrow's run. So tomorrow we are doing 90 minutes. Friday evening, 90 minutes, medium, long run. But in the middle, we are doing a 40-minute progression, including warm-up and cool-down. So not too hard, and the rest of them we can go easy, says Tina. So that's good to know. So tomorrow, if you want to join us, we'll be starting easy, and then whenever Tina tells us, we will be starting a progression run. The progression will start at 9 kph and finish at 12 kph, and then after that we can cool down and relax again for the last part of the run. Paul Hayward says, how extreme is the progression? Yeah, but only from 9 kph to 12 kph. So if you want to join that, feel free to do so. Anthony Anderson says, I remember the other day discussing with Stephen the idea of flying a plane or being an airline pilot. For some reason, most people felt that I wouldn't be very good at it on account of my poor directional navigational skills. Apparently today they're advertising on YouTube for people to become airline pilots. See what happened during the pandemic, and Jonathan Cost will correct me if I'm wrong. During the pandemic, of course, nobody was flying. Airlines were getting rid of pilots left, right and centre and cutting down on pilot training courses. So consequently, now that things have picked up again after the pandemic, they must be short of pilots. So I may well be putting my application in. Tina Beard already says step away from the job application, Stephen. Do you think they'll take a 54-year-old? I mean, obviously that's not me, I'm 45. But film my flight, not a good idea. Well, yes, I've watched numerous videos on people who have crashed their private planes because they've been concentrating too much on filming and creating content for YouTube rather than concentrating on actually flying their plane. Some very tragic stories of people crashing because they've been trying to create content rather than concentrating on being a pilot. See, it's okay if you're running on a treadmill and concentrating on creating content rather than concentrating on being a runner, because the worst that could happen is I fall over and slide off the back of the treadmill and at worst probably graze my leg or bump my head. Bit more drastic consequences if you're flying a plane. Mind you, there are also plenty of commercial airlines who have those GoPros in the cabin, aren't they, filming the pilots. James Hodge says, I'm not even safe on a treadmill. Anthony says, you're going to be a busy man, what with your coaching, live streaming and being an airline pilot. I know, but I feel that I can cope. I feel that I can put the time in and get the results. I mean, Jonathan Cost manages it perfectly well. I don't see why I can't. Jonathan may be better at maths than me, though. Oh yes, being a tech wizard as well, of course. I am so technically adept. I can turn my hand to anything. John Farrell says, you just can't turn a plane off and on again. Well, they do though, don't they? What they do with engines is they turn the engines off, don't they? If they have a problem with an engine, they'll turn it off and restart it mid-flight. Provided they've got some other engines to help, of course. 4 kilometres to go, we've done 2.2k, heart rate 134. The yellow beacon has 4 kilometres remaining. I hope your run is going well and you are feeling comfortable. Alternatively, I hope your run is going well and you are working as hard as you want to. Oh, Tina says that's in the movies. I don't know. I think they do that. I wish Jonathan was here to tell me. Right, I am going to search for these videos asking people to become airline pilots. Just going to check it out. You know, they may be looking for mature, sensible, grounded, that's irony, isn't it? Grounded people to become airline pilots. And as you know, I have extensive experience as a pilot, having taken about 5 flying lessons in my 20s. So I reckon I could do it. Wish me luck. Talking about experienced, grounded, intelligent people, Tina says, not you then. Rude. Can't believe it. All these years, Tina. All these years. If you haven't seen it, notice the halo effect around me, which is yellow, and around the people closest to me, Paul Deering and Amy Green. Not emotionally, I mean physically. Not even physically, virtually in game. I've got Paul Deering and Amy Green lit up as friends who are running with me in blue, with blue halos. James Hodge says, I had Flight Simulator on my ZX81. He said, it never leaves you. Exactly. And I've played Flight Simulator more recently than that on my son's PC. So if anybody is qualified to be an airline pilot, it is me. Anthony says, I reckon you've been watching too much Top Gun. Paul Hayward says, you could apply then, James. Yeah, James could apply as well. ZX81, wow, memories, says Lee. I hope you are tuned in to the live stream. We are currently talking about becoming an airline pilot. Apparently, James has Flight Simulator on his ZX81. Apparently, James had Flight Simulator on his ZX81. So he thinks that qualifies him to apply as an airline pilot. I had 5 flying lessons IRL in my 20s. I had 5 flying lessons IRL in my 20s. So I think that qualifies me as well. Because, of course, my 20s was only 10 years ago. John Farrell says, just a couple of years ago then, Stephen. Daz says, I spent 5 minutes in the Air Cadets. Does that count? Yes, it does. Tina says, where is Jonathan when we need him? Well, absolutely. I'm sure he would endorse my application. James says, imagine if Zwift was on dial-up. The panic there would be at the start. Well, I mean, can you imagine the graphics if Zwift was on a 28k? Do you remember 28k dial-up? I mean, there wouldn't be any graphics, would there? There's no... It just wouldn't work. I mean, each frame... Do you remember it used to take like 3 minutes for a photo to download on dial-up? And that's one frame. And we're currently running at around... Well, I'm broadcasting at 60 frames a second. Tina Beard says, I once made an Airfix model. Does that qualify me? Only if it was a full-size Airfix model and you sat inside it, Tina. But essentially, yes. Although Paul Hayward says, no, don't be silly, Tina. Which I quite like. Don't be silly, Tina. Goodness me. John Farrell remembers dial-up when it was 56 kilobits per minute. Kilobits per second, I assume he means. Mario says that this speed, this rhythm, or I guess he means this pace is good for working zone 2. Yes, I'm running in zone 2, Mario. Right, let's drop a few ride-ons. So we've got a nice big... That's a nice shot, actually. Oh, come on. Oh, that shot's gone now, but... There's a lovely side shot of everyone. Right, let's drop some ride-ons. So Paul Deering just behind me. And Daz. And Mario. Amy. Well done, guys. Tiago. I'm sure I saw Paul Hayward just then. There he is. And let's just drop back and give everyone else ride-ons. Ioannidis. Davis. KB. And Nick from Germany. Well done, guys. Mayberg from the UK. Who's that? Oh, there's James. Well done, James. Cadu from France. Jimenez. Or Jimenez. Ailing from the UK. Sibilu from France. Dorado. And Watson. Well done to you guys. And then we'll go forward. When it lets me go forward, we'll go forward. There we are. Urbani from Italy. Well done to you. John Farrell. And there's Lee just ahead as well. Well done, Lee. Oh, we've already given Lee a ride on. Thompson. Tortoise. Hello, Tortoise. Straw from Germany. Vaglio. Or Carvaglio. Or Carvalho. Samples and McCann. Huttel from Germany again. And there's Ords from Poland. Kubinski just behind from Poland as well. Zukas from Greece. Speeding along. And P. Hill speeding along as well. Nearly finished, P. Hill. Well done, just caught him in time. Heart rate 180. Going at 20 kph there. Past the turtles are the seals. Oh, there it says, I nearly went flying off the treadmill last night. So I'll put that on my application to be an airline pilot. Any mention of flying is bound to help. Just talk about flying and you'll get in. They're so desperate for airline pilots. And we have 2 kilometers remaining. Looking forward to my dinner tonight. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to have it for ages because Victoria's gone running outdoors with the club tonight. And apparently she was injured last night. I told her not to run because she was complaining of pain in her hamstring, but apparently she's okay to run tonight. What gives? I don't know. Right, Anthony Anderson says apparently it was Wizz Air that were advertising for airline pilots. So we'll check that out. Everybody go online and check out Wizz Air to become an airline pilot. If it's Wizz Air, I don't think you'll need any qualifications, to be honest. I think it's fine. I think you just have to... Yeah, I think you pay £10 to apply for a licence and just turn up one morning and they give you a 737. It's fine. Tina says, Victoria is so canny. Yeah. I reckon she just wanted a massage last night, so she complained that she had a sore hamstring. So I would use the massage gun on her. Thankfully, I turned the massage gun on and it lasted about 5 seconds before the battery ran out. So that was the end of that idea. One mile remaining. 1 mile remaining for the yellow beacon group. Well done to you if you are nearing the end. Keep running until you see the badge. We are here every Thursday for a new Route Achievement Badge. So do join us, same time next week. Anthony says, so does this mean that Victoria doesn't listen to a word you say? I thought that was standard knowledge, Anthony. Firstly, Victoria doesn't listen to a word I say. Secondly, no woman listens to any word that any man says. But conversely, no man listens to anything a woman says. It's amazing we communicate at all, to be perfectly honest. Did you put the bins out, Stephen? No. Did you ask me to? Yes, just before I left I said put the bins out. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Daz says he does listen, he just can't decipher anything his wife says. That's fair, yeah, fair enough, I get that as well. Understood. Anthony says men have selective hearing. I'm surprised Tina didn't say that. She's bound to agree with you though, Anthony. The thing is, this evening, we're overloaded with men, so we can gang up on Tina and pick on her. Tina's... Oh no, we've got Amy as well. Oh, we better not say too much or Amy will chime in and start defending Tina. She's got away with it again. Tina says, don't you go down that rabbit hole, you lot. I think we're already way down it and digging our way out, Tina, to be fair. 5 kilometres done in half an hour. 1.2 to go. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. I'll give you an entertainment anecdote. Many years ago, when I was in a pop band, I did a radio interview with Chaz and Dave. There you go. That's it. We were both interviewed on some local BBC radio station, probably BBC York or something like that. We both sat in a studio, chatting away. Lee says, I think it's Lee. Lee says, is there any footage of you in the band? Oh, yes. Just search on YouTube. Tina says, was that when you were in your boy band? I was never in a boy band, Tina. I was a legitimate rock star. Legitimate rock star. John Tetley was not there, John, no. But it was that band, yes. From about 1989, I think. 1990. Something like that. So we are comfortably in zone 2, heart rate 134. I say comfortably in zone 2, actually, we're probably just on the edge of zone 3. Chatting too much. Heart rate 155 for Lee. Five and a half K coming up. Amy's in zone 3. That's all right, Amy. Don't worry. It's fine. Not long to go. I'm sure most of the run you were in zone 2, and you've just kind of crept up to zone 3. I have a very pleasant evening planned now, watching Liverpool for the second half of their Europa League match. Yeah, you see, all the best, most intelligent people were in bands in the early 80s, in the late 80s. So Professor Brian Cox was in a band back then. He was indeed. Says Anthony. Griziek says, tomorrow we have Women's Day in Poland. Good luck with that. That's very interesting, actually, because I am just finishing off a video all about, it's about men and women and speed. I don't know if you saw the QI programme the other day saying that women are faster than men. when it gets to like 200-mile ultra distances. So I've just done a little bit of a video on that, which I'm just finishing off today. Hopefully it'll be out tomorrow. If I can get it finished, that should be fine. 500 metres to go. Well done, everybody. Thank you for taking part today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Nice little chat. Convinced me that I am going to be an airline pilot in the next year or two. So that's good for everyone. Daz says it's probably caused by men's ego going too quick at the start, too quick early on. Yes, there is that. There's also evidence that women can burn or utilise fat stores better because they have more estrogen, which helps in the use of fat for fuel. So there is that. There's always the ongoing argument that women can endure pain better than men. That in my research, that hasn't actually been proven, but there's anecdotal evidence about it. Daz says you're brave saying women and fat in the same sentence. Tina says that went in a flash. Well done all. Have a great evening and see you tomorrow. Yes, thank you, Tina. Thank you for your contribution as always, everyone. In fact, Anthony, Paul Hayward, Amy Grisiek, John Farrell, James Hodge, Paul Hayward, Paul Deering, Tiago, Daz. Thank you, everyone. And well done if you're watching and you don't have to take part in the chat. That's absolutely fine. But if you've been watching on YouTube silently in the distance, thank you very much for watching and thank you for taking part. And Lee, thank you as well for taking part. Tina says, I follow Sally McRae. She is amazing. Yes, Sally's cool. There's a lady, a French lady called Claire Banworth, who I met at the Backyard Ultra in Suffolk last June. And she's incredible. And she's been winning some races outright, beating the men as well. And of course, we've got Courtney DeWalter and Jasmine Paris, who are also beating the men in certain races. Tortoise says, thank you, well done all. Tiago says, thank you for this badge, no worries at all. Here we go, past the seals. Thank you for taking part, everybody. Well done if you've got the badge. If you've not got it at all and you've just achieved it, well done to you. We'll do another one next week. Plenty more to come in the meantime. Tomorrow, we have the Brighton Marathon medium long run. So join us for that same time tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time. And there we are. .2k, 37.5 minutes. Well done, everyone. Some people carrying on. Some people will want to make that up to 7 kph because they have OCD. I have a little bit of OCD, but not enough. Not enough to make me run an extra 800 metres to get to 7k. So, okay, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for the chat. Tiago's got the badge. Anthony says, didn't she do well in the spine? Yes. It was a few years ago now, though. Do you know what? I didn't realise how long ago it was. 2019. Jasmine Paris beat the all-time record at the spine. And, of course, it stood for the last 4 years, but actually was broken this January. We're all very proud of Jeff Partridge for taking part and completing the spine 268-mile race. But ahead of him was a guy called Jack Scott, who has finally broken Jasmine Paris's record for the spine for the Pennine Way. So well done to him for that. But yeah, amazing by Jasmine Paris. But if you get a chance, go and look up a lady called Claire Banworth, BANNWARTH. Oh, Claire Banworth. Yes, so Claire Banworth won the Tahoe 200, which is a 200-mile race in the US, and has come first in numerous other races, beating all the men, and won Backyard Ultras. She didn't win the one in Suffolk. She came fourth in that, but nevertheless, She is amazing. And if you look at her stats, the amount of races that she does each year, unbelievable. Right, I'm off. I'm going to go and have a shower and then have some food, hopefully. Take care, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for the Brighton Marathon long run or medium long run training. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.